It might help if your phone on. Let's make sure you can hear me. Yes, you can. Hello. What is this? What's this little flip? Fix that. What do you think, kitty cat? As you can tell, things got moved around a little bit in our room. So now I have my own little office corner over here. So the lighting is so much better over here. The light is in front of me now instead of behind me. It's like much better. Well, that didn't fix anything. If anything, it just, like, I tried. The effort was there. Okay, well, how is everyone doing? Today, there is a week and a day left of NaNoWriMo. I know for me, I am very behind. I am just under 25. I have 25,000 words. So I'm just at about 60,000 words for this story total, not just during Nano. And honestly, this story is kicking my butt in a lot of ways. So I'm still on track to finish by December 20th, but I don't know if I'm going to make it for Nano. I might schedule a few more live streams this week, so I'll probably do a poll on Instagram tomorrow and see if that would be helpful for anybody. Because my boss told me that I have to take vacation this week because I am the only one in my office who is not taking vacation. So, a little toasty. So I have several days off this week, including Thanksgiving in the US. So, I've got time to catch up on writing this week. But if people need some live streams, I can definitely most likely help with that this week, which is fun. Yeah, I am going to update my banner in a second. I'm going to be doing dictation. I've been doing that this week in an attempt to try to catch up on what I have been writing. So I'm probably going to do more of that tonight. My goal for the night is to hit 5,000 words. And so far today, I've done about 45 minutes of work, and that was going through and cycle editing. I am just talking so fast right now. I need to slow down. Cycle editing the stuff that I had dictated previously. If you don't know, dictation is when you say whatever you want to write and then it appears on the screen as text. So I have to edit that to make it correct because some words get changed. Like one of my characters' names is Tetra and it changes to teacher and picture and things like that. So going through and adjusting that. So I went through about 2 chapters earlier and I added / adjusted 83 words, I think. So not a ton. So we definitely still have quite a bit of work to do tonight. But once I start actually... Do you ever do that where you put chapstick on while you're talking? Why do people do that? Once I actually start writing new content, it shouldn't take me too long. So I'm going to, moral of the story, I'm going to adjust my banner in a little bit because you will see me talking in the corner, but you won't actually be able to hear what I'm saying once we start a writing sprint, and that is because I will be dictating and you don't get to know the story. And honestly, I don't want you to know the story right now because, yeah, it's a mess when I do it, but it's productive and it helps me to get it out because I'm feeling very stuck with this story. in a lot of ways. But that is neither here nor there. Let's see. Other news, other things I can share. This Friday, if you can hear that dreaded noise in the background, it stopped. It's an Amazon truck. It's going meh, 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 because that's the backup sound for an Amazon truck. Sounds like a children's toy with the batteries dying. This Friday, I will be launching the pre-order for my science fiction novel, Until All the Stars Are Found, and I'll be doing, it's okay, it's just an Amazon truck, doing the cover reveal and announcing when it actually will be published and all of that stuff on Friday morning. So keep an eye out for that. I did do a video the other day announcing the title and giving a little snippet of the story. And everyone that's watched it has thought it was really cool. So I might do another version of it for the cover reveal. I haven't really decided yet, but I probably should figure that out, seeing as that is in 5 days. Okay, I think that's enough chit chat for right now. I want to bring up my document, and I want to get to some writing. Oh, I'm sorry, I just smacked my microphone. I'm going to make a new document because it's been lagging. Yeah. So let's go for a nice quick one to get into it, to get warmed up. I can figure out what I'm writing for the night. I know generally, I think I wanted to work on Shauna's timeline. So I need to look at where I left off on that. So maybe I can't get rid of that file because I'm going to need it. Okay, let's get a timer going for you. I have a cat hair in my mouth. Oops. I just ate. I like crammed a ton of food into my belly, and now I just feel like hyper. Okay. Ready, steady, go. Okay, that is time on our first 10-minute sprint. Let me know how you did. I had to keep going back a little bit and fixing some words that I saw were not correct. In some sentences, the system needs to catch back up to how I sound. So I was a little bit, I don't think I got quite as much as I wanted to, but it's progress. I want to change some words because some of them are like changing to longer sentences. So like one sentence that I just fixed the beginning, but I said I watch as Philippe goes over to the box and pulls off one large trunk, pulling splinters out of the rough wood. And it changed it to I watch as Philippe goes over to the box and picks of Flash it kills off in one large trunk, pulling splinters out of the rough wood. So obviously there's like little things where it sounds close, but it's not quite right. So I probably could go a lot faster, but right now I need it to recognize my voice and way I am talking to make correct words. So let's see. Let's just copy and paste. I'm not going to change anything right now, but that was 285 words. So about what I would get in a 10-minute writing sprint. Maybe a little bit less. So we'll see. I don't know. It's something new to try, and I know it helps some people, and it was helping me earlier this week. I definitely think it works better for me, ironically, when I'm driving and I'm not able to see what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying what I'm saying out loud, but then if the computer changes anything, then I can't acknowledge it because I'm driving. All I can do is keep talking, and then when it gives me the boop boop saying that it's not recording what I'm saying anymore, then I push the button again. So, like driving to work the other day, I got like almost 980 words, I want to say. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have time to be gabbing to myself that much, so I'm going to fix little bits. We'll give it about a few minutes, so... pulling splinters out of the rough wood. So he plays with wax, letting it warm between his fingers. Okay, I think that fixed everything that was funky in that, oh, there's a quotation mark. One thing about dictation is sometimes when you say like a symbol, like a quotation mark, it doesn't actually insert a quotation mark. It says quotation mark. It doesn't happen with periods. And if you say backspace, it takes away the entire word, which is nice, but I have to be careful about being patient and letting the computer think about it, because sometimes I've said backspace and it hasn't gone right away, so I've said it again and again, and then it deletes like 5 words when I only wanted to delete 1. So little things with dictation that are a learning curve. But is it faster? It can be. I know people that can make it faster. Is it for me? I don't know. Am I trying to make it be? Yup. So I don't know. I'm just trying to get ahead. I'm at 55,000 words for the total story. My goal is to get 100,000 by December 18th. So I'm just doing the best I can right now. But I think it's just about time to get into another sprint. So if you have a preference for how long you would like to go for, let me know in the comments. If not, it'll probably be another 10 or 15 minute long sprint. I see we have someone here this time. Athena's napping beside me like a good little kitty cat. She is now in petting range at all times with the new desk setup, which I appreciate. What do you think of the new desk setup? Okay, well, let's do another 10-minute sprint. I think that was good. So, and I've already got all the stuff set up for it. So again, like I said before we started the last sprint, when my camera goes small, you will see me talking, but you will not be able to hear what I am saying, because I will mute myself, so you will not hear what I am saying. Just know that I will come back when the timer is done correctly. But you will see me talking, but I'm not trying to talk to you at that point when we go into the writing sprint. So yeah, okay. I think we are ready, so I'm gonna bring this back up. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Reset. Cool. Add to the stream. And we're going to go for a 10-minute writing sprint. So try to get as many words done as you can in 10 minutes. And that timer is starting now. Okay, that is time. That was our second 10-minute sprint of the night. I saw we had some people that came in late. I don't know if you were able to join in with the sprint or what you're working on tonight, but thank you for stopping by. Hello, Hannah. I don't know if you saw me wave to you, but I did see you show up, so thank you. I got cold during that. I'm getting warm and then cold. The new desk is directly under our air vent, so now I have to get used to that. Let's see, how many words did I get that time? Let's reset that. That time was 376. I started out using dictation, and then about partway through, I started handwriting again. And oh yes, become a little croissant. The kitty cat is here beside me. Partway through, I started typing, and I realized that my arms are really sore from yesterday moving furniture around. Oddly, like right here. Begging to go potty, so I might have to go. Yes, go take pups to go potty. I totally understand that. Pups need their walking time. Hi, Momo. How are you? Yeah, so this is definitely use these little in-between moments to take a break, get some water, get a snack, get some dinner if you need it. Take care of those pups or kitties, whatever you need to do. We're probably going to be here for a while tonight. I know I have a lot of work I need to get done. We'll do a little kitty cam. Because look at that little croissant. She's so cute. I am obsessed with my cat. And I'm not afraid to say it. Okay, so that one, let me update my little chart. Right. Yes. Okay. I don't know what I was doing. I had it in my head to do something. That was what I was doing. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I'm struggling with technology tonight, folks. We will get there, though. We will get there. So, how are your projects going? Are you ahead on Nano? Are you behind? Are you doing NaNoWriMo? What is your month looking like? I like to know. Check in with people that I see during these live streams. I also need to figure out, like, what happened to my music, because it went away, and I would like to have my music back. I unplugged my headphones so that I could hear it through my speakers, and then it did not keep playing. Now it's playing. Why wasn't it going through my speakers? That's weird. Okay, well, let's turn it down for right now, because I'm talking and I can't multitask with that. So I think the next sprint will be a 15-minute long sprint. Once... Wow. I haven't been able to write as much as I wanted, but I've tried my best. Hey, that's all that matters. Up until yesterday, I had written every day, but I think I only hit the word count one day this year, so I am like, I don't even know hey, you're ahead of where I'm at. So 36,000 is ahead of where I'm at. Where are we supposed to be today? Oh, we're supposed to be at 36. A third of that is from NaNoCap. Yes, so I am at 60,000 total for my project, but about 30,000 of that came from Nano. So I feel you there. So we're supposed to be at 36,000 today, and I am at 20 something. I haven't 24, 19, 18, 90, 24, 9, 18. I haven't updated all of my stuff for today. So I yeah, definitely am like 10,000 words behind. Yeah. But like I was saying, up until yesterday, I had written every single day at least like 100 words. The one day I wrote like 57. But yesterday I moved furniture around. We redid we being mainly me, our furniture set up in our bedroom. So now it's sort of like what we had the before. But instead of my bed partially being against the wall, now it's like the adult version where both sides of the bed are accessible versus like rolling across the bed to get to the one corner. Only been writing on weekends and a day or two. Hey, I mean, that's how some days go. Normally that's closer to what I would do. I would do like really big chunks and mainly on the weekends, but this year with working from home and stuff like that, like it's been easier to get words done during the day, even if I didn't hit the word count. But also just like this year has been so emotionally draining that it's been hard to write, which is a totally fine thing if that is the case for you. I know my book is like kicking my butt. I'm like 60,000 words into it. And I'm like, is this entertaining at all? So I'm kind of to the point where I know later on there's going to be a lot of revisions that are going to be needed, but I need to work through and figure out what the issues are and the conflicts and things now, and then I can fix that later. That is a later me issue. That is a 2021 me issue. But just like having that routine, I am quite disappointed that I missed it yesterday because of moving stuff around and then just being too tired, because I'm now not going to get the 21 days in a row badge, which I could have gotten. I thought about just doing like a sentence last night at 11:30. I was like, no. That's not enough. That's dumb. And I was like, just take the time and just lay in bed. So that's what I did. That was my choice. And that's cool. My graph is all over the place though. Like, it's almost an EKG, but also not. If this was an EKG, your patient would be having a hard time. But yeah, I'm just going. I don't know if I'll hit it. I think there was one year where I was about this place in my writing and I did not make it. But that was also the year that my dog died the day before Thanksgiving. But this year, I said earlier in the stream, I don't know if anybody was here at that point. I have Tuesday through Monday of next week off between Thanksgiving, I can talk, Thanksgiving, and my boss told me that I'm not allowed to work because I am the only one in my office who has not taken time off this summer, or this year. So she pretty much was just like, don't email me. I don't want to talk to you. Don't do anything this week. I was like, okay. I guess I can take a vacation. I'll have a lot to do tomorrow to make up for the fact that I'm not going to work for 4 days. But it'll be good. We'll get stuff done. Okay. I think at 50, we will go for our next sprint. How long do we want that sprint to be? Do we want it to be 10, 15, 20? How long do you want to go for? You tell me. Because I'm going to stop rambling. She's told me I need to take a holiday a couple times. Okay, we could do 15. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Just because with everything going on now, it's not like I can go anywhere for a vacation. And it's not like I can afford to go on vacation anywhere, even if I could. So it's just not in the budget right now. She's like, just like stay at home. Don't do anything at home. Don't check your email. Like, it'll all be there for you after the break. Like, I mean, you're right. I'm getting better at setting boundaries, though. Working from home during COVID has definitely made that have to be a thing. Okay. 50. So we're going to go for a 15-minute sprint. Let me get the thingy up and adjust disting. And let me share it so you can see it. Boop. Okay. 15 minutes on the clock. I will see you back here at 5 minutes past the hour. All right. See you soon, folks. Bye. Okay, that is time on our 15-minute sprint. How did you do? How did you do? I did really well on that one. Oh, there's a hint for me to sit up, and you can't even see me behind the banner. Sit up tall, Caitlin. Sit up tall. I got 540 words that time, which means that if we had done a 15 or 30-minute sprint, it probably could have hit a 1K in 30, which would have been nice. But I didn't. So I am at 1284 for the night. That's cool. About halfway through what I need to get done for the day. Back late, but I got 290. Hey, 290 is still good. 284. Sorry, I'm just doing some mathy stuff. Ooh, I've got like a fancy paper that I started with track stuff. Because I have like 400 words. 400 is awesome. I have like the ideal amount that I could get done for the night, and then there's like the more realistic thing that I could get done for the night, depending on how late I want to work on stuff. Minimum, I have to do 2,800, so I have at least another 1,600 words I need to get done today. But yeah, peace. Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely can get that done for the day. So I watched someone else's live stream earlier, but I kept getting distracted because I'm going to sneeze. It wasn't a structured live stream. It was kind of like she would just kind of talk here and there, and you would just kind of work, but I kept getting distracted by the chat. My project's coming along okay. I was talking a little bit to Moma while you were taking your pupper for a walk about how this project is definitely kicking my butt. I feel like not enough is happening for where I am in the story, but I need to figure out exactly what is happening and how it needs to happen before I can like change it. Yeah, I definitely need more dedicated sprints too. So I'm around, I think I passed, let me get back to my script profile. I'm at 56,000 words, but I feel like not a lot is happening. I'm realizing that 2 of the plot lines are very similar in that one group of people is getting away from a situation, and then someone is getting into the same type of situation. So I'm trying to figure out how to make it interesting because they are nearly the same thing. It's fantasy. It's the 3rd book in a fantasy series, so a lot of it is very established and with the rules, but I need to make sure that everybody's timelines and things line up and that their plot or their arcs are getting completed. So it's definitely harder. I thought the 2nd book was difficult, but I don't think it was as difficult. And coming off of a brand new book and a new series, I'm having a time. New series in a different genre. So there's a whole bunch of news over here, and it's like, oh, shiny. So I just finished editing that, and it's going to my copy editor in like a week and a half. So that one's like shiny new syndrome. And I'm like, no, I need to finish this one so that when that one is done and everything's done with that, I can come back and work on this. This is what happens when you work on 2 different things. Going into 3rd book, sure, sort of different. Yeah, exactly. It's a different sort of hard. Also, like, I know generally what I want to happen. I have 2 characters that have been separated for over a month in book timeline that I need to get together, but I don't know exactly how to get them together. So they're working on it, like physically together, not like together as in they're sisters. I need to get the sisters to get physically back in the same room. But they're about 200 miles apart in a fantasy session. So, yeah. It's looking more and more like the Two Towers, and is the giant swampy middle of the 3rd book. And I don't know if they're going to get together in this book. There's a science fiction author that I follow, and I've only read like 3 of his books, but the main overview is Earth is now called Terra, and 500 years ago a alien invasion came through when they were on a different planet and destroyed all of their space travel technology, so they weren't able to leave the planet they were stuck on. So the entire series is them trying to get back to Terra, and he like set it up where they were going to get to this in the next book, and he kept saying that in this next book they were going to get to Terra, and then he got like 80,000 words in and realized he created like this other plot structure and all this stuff. He's a major pantser. And it was like, hey guys, on the podcast, hey guys, just so you know, they're not getting to Terra this time. So he changed the title to like Terra's Gambit or something like that, because he tricked everybody into thinking that they were going to get to Terra. And that's kind of how I feel. I was talking to my cover designer the other day, and she was like, so do you think this is going to be the last one? And I was like, no. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, they might get back together, but I don't know if we're going to beat the big bad in this one. And she was like, wait, we're not going to beat the big bad? It's like, I don't know if we are. So that's where I am. But I'm also going, I just came off of my science fiction novel that was 130,000 words. So I could write another 60,000 words and maybe we will beat the big bad. But I haven't really figured out how we're beating the big bad. Yeah, existential crisis. Because my book in many ways reflects a lot of the ways that our society currently is, in that there is a big bad person that people look to for many issues and like to put blame on one specific person, but a lot of the issues are more systemic, and I'm realizing that that is a very similar conflict in my fantasy story. So I don't know if just taking out the big bad leader will get rid of all of the problems. Is it like a video game where you kill the final boss and then everybody else dies too? I don't know. So that's where I am. How are you doing? I'm trying to be vague because I don't know if people who watch the stream will have read my books. If you have, you probably understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself. I also keep being like, I don't need to have all of the solutions right now. This is just a first draft or a 0 draft. So it'll get there in time. And I don't have any publication timeline for this, so I made that mistake with my first book saying, I'm going to publish the second book in this timeline. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. Because I can work on a deadline, but it has to be a reasonable deadline. Kitty cam. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But it'll take time because we took out one. Yes, my kitty. This is Athena, my little goddess. Would you like to say hi? More than just me holding the camera up to you? Oh, boo, boo, boo. Yeah, no close. Oh, okay. Ow. That's not quite what I wanted. Are you gonna go right back to your bed? What are you doing? I found the little bandana when I was cleaning stuff out the other day, and she hasn't taken it off yet. When she was a little tiny kitten, she used to rip it off automatically. But it's been on for like 24 hours. Yes, exactly. How dare I touch the sleeping croissant kitten and move her out of her space? It's because I love her and I want her to pay attention to me and not nap all day. She is definitely a spoiled little princess, and she knows it. She has my boyfriend wrapped around her little claw. Okay, I think this has been enough gabbing for this section. What length sprint? What? Oh, I thought she wanted to get out. I have my bedroom door closed. How long do we want to go for the next sprint? Do you want to do a short, speedy one? Do you want to go for a longer one? What do we want to do? Yes, she is cute and she knows it. Another 20? We can do another 20. She is a mixture of her mom is a part Maine Coon, and we think her dad was a street cat who was orange. Because in some, you could kind of see it, but in some lights she has very orange fur, but it's not always visible. But we're not entirely sure because her mom, my partner's former coworker, opened up a cupboard and found Mama Kitty and like 5 babies and didn't know they were there and didn't know how long they had been there. So not exactly sure how old she is as far as weeks when we got her. So we just say her birthday is the day that I got her, which is May 22nd. Yes, because I graduated on the 21st and I got her the next day. Okay, so we're going to go for a 20-minute sprint. And yeah, so we will come back right around 8:40 or whatever your time zone is. All right, I will see you soon. Good luck. Okay, that is time on our 20-minute sprint. How did you do? I got distracted. I got very distracted by my little kitty cat. She found a catnip stick and jumped up on the desk and was chewing on it. But I still managed to get 559 words that time. So, progress. How did you guys do? I saw Rick Thumb came in a little bit later. I think you came in at like the 10-minute mark or so. I can't decide if I am warm or not. $184, 555. I like that. I like when numbers repeat. 184. Awesome. So, Hannah, you are like halfway to your goal for the rest of the night, right? So, you probably need like, I'm at 700 plus, so I'm at 1K for the day, so like another 1K before I go for the night. Right, so you're about halfway to your goal for the night. I don't know math. How many more words do I have to hit like the minimum? I am at 1844 for the night. So I need another 950 words for the night, and then I am done, which will be very nice. Huh. I have been writing for 100 minutes today, based on my little sprint tracker. So I don't think you ever answered. You asked me what I was working on, but what are you working on, Hannah? And Rick and Momo, what kind of stories are you working on for Nano this year? That's good. That's 20 or 2.6K is much better than the 12K I'm at. Let's update my word count and see where I'm at. That's cool. That's definitely interesting. So are you writing it like a book now and then you're going to convert it to a screenplay later, or are you writing it as a screenplay now for Nano? Nice. My what was my first Nano project was a contemporary science fiction, we will call it. It was two kids got sucked into a video game. And I dramatically called it A Gamer's Nightmare, A World Unknown. A light novel. Ooh, okay. Tell me more. We're all 11-year-old to get magical powers after joining the 4-H club and how to protect the city of Brooklyn from the Magi who've planted eggs. Interesting. After joining the egg, the summon homunculus feed on fear, and the girls have to beat these monsters in order to save the city. Interesting. I'm just thinking of like the 4-H club, and what did the 4-H club do? When what is so magical in this case about the 4-H club? I don't know much about 4-H. I did Girl Scouts, so. Woo! Oh, oops! I did too much there. Hang on, I gotta. well, I'll just ask you that. 4-H. Yeah, I know 4-H is like Girl Scouts. That's where it's kind of like, in my head I'm going, what makes 4-H magical that it gives people these powers? Because I know 4-H is more along, at least. So because I did Girl Scouts, I didn't do 4-H. It wasn't really big where I grew up. It's more of like farm animals and like, I want to say hospitality, but hospitality isn't the right word. I know you also did cookies because people would yell at me for having better cookies. And I was like, I don't actually make the cookies, I just sell them. But I did like your version of mint cookies. Someone brought them like once. But yeah, I'd love to do an urban fantasy project one day. I have so many ideas for things that I want to do. Like, I do want to rewrite that science fiction novel. It's not 4-H, more of one of the officers that work at the club is an ex-Star Guardian and been searching for the next gen. Ooh, I like it. It's a secret club in the middle of the club. I like it. I want to rewrite that science fiction because it was science fiction, but it also was historical fiction because I'm a nerd and the game was people getting stuck in different parts of history. So really it was just me running amok, pretending to write a historical fiction, but saying it was science fiction because it technically had video game elements to it. Cosmic strength, Persicorn, magic, the shield, and the sword. Because that's a requirement for the right to cup. Nice. What is that math? Take that away. I want to write a pirate book. I want to write something about Egyptian history. Like, there is so much that I want to do. And that is the plus side of being an independent author, is that I can do that. Precision. Okay, precision. Nice. That sounds really interesting. So going back, what is a light novel? I don't know what that is. I remember a project that involves Pandora's box, but I have to figure out the middle of it before I can keep going. The damn swampy middle. 90% of the time when I am writing, I know the ending because that's usually where I get the idea from. Like my science fiction novel that I just finished up and it's going on pre-order starting on Friday. I had a dream that I was the main character, and the scene that I remember most clearly is one of the very last scenes in the book. So then it took me 3 years to backtrack to figure out how everything started. Very similar with the Rituals as well, which is my first book that was published. There are also Destructions, but that comes later in a traitor plot. Nice. I don't know really much about anime, but that sounds really cool. I've watched some. I've watched the beginning of Fairy Tail like 4 times. And I have watched Attack on Titan because my boyfriend left it on and then fell asleep. So I was like watching it while also working, trying to solve the fact there is no representation of Black girls in anime. Yes, that is something that I have noticed. And I think either Full Metal Alchemist or Black Butler I've watched bits of. And then some others that I don't know what they are, they've just been on in the background. Seven Deadly Sins I've watched quite a bit of. That one I enjoyed, though I didn't watch enough of it to really follow the plot. I just remember that Meliodas is in Seven Deadly Sins. And there's a pig. I like the pig. That's all I've got for anime. I am not the person to talk about, but that sounds really cool. And I hope that you do get somewhere. Oh, Hannah answered. A light novel is a style of Japanese young adult novel primarily targeting high school and middle school students. A lot of English writers who taught to break into Japanese market use them. That's cool. Okay. Interesting. Everybody, are you referring to a mainstream magical girl in anime or in Japanese culture or in general? Because I can definitely think of a couple in general fiction, but not in Japanese culture. I also know very little about Japanese culture, and again, in anime. But yeah, that's definitely an issue, and general, yes, in anime in general as well. Well, I know lately it's gotten a little minutely better with Tomi Adeyemi's series, Children of Blood and Bone and Children of Vengeance and Virtue, is really interesting if you haven't read it, just from a concept of the magic system and the fact that it is all based on, I guess if you consider Kippo one. I don't know who that is. My knowledge is definitely more mainstream stuff. But Tomi Adeyemi created the Orisha cycle. I listened to the audiobook so that I could actually learn how to pronounce the names. But it's all has a basis in African magic lore. Which I found, I know a lot of people that were like, this is dumb, I can't pronounce any of the words, I don't even know how to begin to pronounce it, and it's like, that is why it's needed, and that's why it is fun and interesting and cool. And the narrator for the audiobook was amazing, and also just has such a wide breadth of acting ability. Because she was also the same woman that did Angie Thomas's On the Come Up and The Hate U Give. And it was just really cool to see her going from Book Talk. They've been really touting a lot of diverse books lately. Yes. Going from doing a more African-based accent, like what you would think of when you hear someone from South Africa speaking, where you know that very precise way of speaking, and you know generally where it comes from, but not in like a stigmatized way, where it's not like stereotypical, like, oh, that person's clearly black, but isn't like it was very precise and it was very cool. I don't really know how to describe it, but it was really cool. And then to see her go and do this other version where it's more rough and playing characters that have a rougher lifestyle, I thought that was really cool. That's also my actor side showing. But yes, I really appreciated seeing more diverse stuff lately. I really want to read, I think it's called the Cemetery Boys. Felix something. Cemetery Boys. Believe that's not the one I'm looking for. Yes, that one. I believe the Cemetery Boys, based on the cover, stars Latinx. A trans boy determined to prove his gender to his traditional Latinx family summons a ghost who refuses to leave in Aiden Thomas's New York Times best-selling paranormal YA debut, which sounds awesome to me. I recently this year started reading a lot more LGBTQIA plus all of the wonderful letters books, and I think I actually like them more than straight books. I think it's more interesting because I'm honestly kind of tired of reading straight romance. It's the same things. Nobody communicates right. Oh, yes. Nobody communicates right. It's always the same stupid drama. And I don't know, it's really refreshing seeing it from that perspective. I say this as a completely straight cis white female. I find it really cool. I will say I did read Red, White, and Royal Blue this year. I read Red, White, and Royal Blue earlier this year, and at one point, so if you don't know, Red, White, and Royal Blue is about the president's son and a royal heir of Britain who end up in a kind of like enemies to lover, like angst relationship that they have to keep a secret because it's such a high profile thing, and the president is running for re-election and all of this stuff, and it's so angsty, and it's so angsty, but it also, like, I didn't expect it to get as racy as it did at times. So at one point I was reading it on my Kindle, and my boyfriend leaned over, and it was one of the racy scenes. He was like, "Oh, what are you reading?" And I was like, nothing, you're not allowed to read right now because I don't want to have to explain all of this. But it was also, like, again, refreshing to have angstiness and not just like petty girl drama. Like, it was so good. I loved it. I'm really excited. I want to get my hands on her next book. The Gingerbread Romance, based on a Hallmark Channel original movie by Lacey Baker. What's that one? Based on a Hallmark Channel. Erin, can you give a little bit more context on that? A gingerbread romance? See a film? You said it's based on that. Architect finds herself longing for a place to call her own as she works alongside a baker to win a gingerbread house contest. Oh, is this for more people of color in films and books? Gingerbread romance book by Lace. Is this the one by Lace? Yes. She finds beautiful buildings, but will her heart ever find a place to call home? Taylor's architectural firm enters in a contest to build a life-size gingerbread house. After the contest, she is likely to get a promotion. Oh, come back. And Taylor's temperamental partner soon backs out. Taylor needs a replacement fast. When she meets Adam, a baker and single dad who she convinces to help be her partner in the contest. After all, winning would give his bakery much-needed exposure. For years, Taylor has avoided thinking of anywhere as home. When she was a kid, her family was always on the move, but the time she spends with Adam and his daughter Brooke, decorating for Christmas and enjoying Philadelphia's holiday traditions has her questioning everything. Could she have found a place to call her own? That sounds really cute, but I am going to be 100% honest. I cannot take Hallmark movies seriously. I can't. I just can't. They're so dramatic. Like, I know there is a large market of people that love them and enjoy them, but I am not one of them. I would rather watch The Polar Express on repeat. I did watch 2 last Christmas because I stayed with my aunt for a few days before going to my grandmother's house, and she loves Hallmark movies, and she fell asleep, and I didn't know where the controller was, so I couldn't change the channel. But it was so bad. It was like, she fully admitted it was bad, but it was just, they're so dramatic. It's like, I would much rather read a fantasy with or a science fiction that has romance elements, and I think that's why I like the idea of more LGBTQIA romances, because it seems a little bit more real versus like high dramatic over the top romance. I just can't I lose focus. I'm the kind of person that if I'm watching a movie, I need to have something blow up and then there be a kissing scene rather than just the whole point of it being a kissing scene. Yeah. I got made fun of for that a lot in high school. Like, my first date that I went on to the movies, my date's parents gave him a hard time thinking that he was forcing me to go see G.I. Joe when I was actually the one who wanted to go see G.I. Joe. He did not. So, that gives you any context for what kind of person I am. Okay. I think we should get back to another writing sprint now that we have devolved into this. Thank you for that suggestion, though, even though that led me onto a tangent about how dramatic romance movies can be. How long do we want to go for this time? Sorry if I'm clicking my pen in, that's annoying. I'll put that over there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. $25 minutes? Okay, I'm gonna go for a long one. We can do that. That might actually take me over the edge for the day, so that could be good. So this will probably be... We'll do one long one, and then maybe we'll do like a short 5-minute sprint to end it for the night. Possibly. We'll probably finish tonight like 9:40 or 40 after, wherever your time zone is. So let me get this set up. Okay. We are good for 25 minutes, so I will see you at roughly 27 past the hour. All right, see you soon. Good luck. Okay. That is time. How did you do? I'm sorry, did I wake you up? Our 25-minute sprint is done. I'm tired. That one wore me out. I'm definitely sleepy now. How'd you do? I personally got distracted a little bit in the middle there. So I only wrote 736 words. So I didn't quite get to a 1K, but I was close. I'm about 150-ish, a little less than that words than I need to be for the day. So I probably will just transfer this to Google Docs and then write it a little bit before I go to bed. But yeah, 670. Awesome. Are you ahead, Rick, or are you where you're supposed to be for words? How are you doing as far as word counts? I said it a couple times, I'm very behind. So sleeping and distracted by the time 300 words, so only about 200 short. Nice. Well, I'm getting messages from my roommates asking if I am done for the night, so I think that's going to be my last sprint. I am also severely behind, Rick. Let's update this and see where I'm at now. But I was yeah, so you're a little bit more behind than I I will say that. 736. That is 2580. Sorry, I'm doing math. Not my strong suit. I'm thinking of hosting a few more sprints this week. Would that be something that people would be interested in? I'm probably going to post a poll. Let me just make a thingy that shows it on my Instagram / my Twitter. So if you want to follow me there, and then I can also update you on what's going to happen. So let me add that. So I'll probably post a poll. Oh, I see a bunch of comments. Job isn't before me, time to write after it. Yeah, no, I feel that. That's definitely an issue. Sub for future hosting. Awesome, thank you. So these are my social media handles, and I'm probably going to post a poll tomorrow morning to see when people would like to do some more sprints. Also on my Twitter, like I said, sorry, I'm repeating myself, to figure out another day. If I don't do one this week, because I know like in the US there's Thanksgiving, and Friday is when my family is going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, and I've got some book stuff. The pre-order for my book Until All the Stars Are Found comes out this Friday, along with the cover and the official announcement of the publication date. Self-promo. So Friday I probably won't be able to, but Sunday I'm definitely going to be hosting another sprint, and Monday of next week, so the second to last and the last day. But if there is a day midweek that works, that you're like, hey, I know me and so many friends need to get some words done, I probably can do it. I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow or Tuesday, but possibly Wednesday, possibly Thursday. So, all right, I'm gonna go and get some more water and then go to sleep. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.